Peace. Black power. Black power. Free the land. Uhuru Sasa. In the news today, Panther News, that is, the new vaccine agenda. As we speak, Rockland County bans unvaccinated children from public schools. Y'all can look that up. If a child is not vaccinated, then they will ban them from public school. Just look it up. Also, Tupac being a Panther cub, the government had to kill him, or had him killed. Had Nipsey Hussle was killed the same way, as well as, from what I understand, Huey P. Newton as well. However, nigga shit played a part in this as well, which means compromises. April the 20th, here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the African Griot Museum, the Bloods and Crips will come together. April the 20th. You see, the Bloods and the Crips must come together to vanguard the community, as well as other black groups must show love and support until we take responsibility for our actions. Brother Nipsey Hussle wanted people to see that he came from the bottom to great heights. Business-wise, he was able to buy out property, etc., etc. Okay? He was teaching him to respect yourself. And do for self. The guy who killed him was named Eric Holder, who was a government agent as well, they say. Also in the news, Panther News. Did you know that the white nationalists from around the world are meeting in Finland, forging an international alliances of white nationalist movement called the Second Annual Awakening Conference. The conference comes less than a month of the New Zealand shootings. The suspected gunman, named Brenton Harrison Tyrant, 28 years old, who wrote a manifesto titled The Great Replacement Great Replacement. Also in 1916, the American eugenist and lawyer Madison Grant wrote a book entitled The Passing of the Great Race. Another book called White Genocide Manifesto by David Lane. There also was another book by a guy by the name of Anders Bahrain, okay, was a Norwegian far-right. He created a manifesto called 2083, a European Declaration of Independence, okay. Also white nationalists, such as Faith Goldie in Canada, are sounding off about white genocide. Gavin McInnes in America, sounding off about white genocide. Stephen Manu Molyneux, sounding off by white genocide in South Africa. Renaud Kalmus, claiming white genocide in France. Stephen Hoffmeyer, claiming white genocide in South Africa as well. All of the people I just named are white nationalists and they're claiming white genocide. However, they do have a token Negro named Tara Lakota, who's the COPE president. The word COPE stands for Congress of the People. Plain and simple, the nigga's a goddamn sellout who should have his head taken in self-defense. Uhuru Sasa. Black Power. Question: who is Madison Grant? Answer: an American eugenist and lawyer who wrote a book titled The Passing of the Great Race in 1916. It became part of the popular culture in the 1920s. Grant wrote the introduction to Luthrop's book. Who is Luthrop Studdard? Luthrop Studdard was an American white supremacist historian, journalist, and political scientist. Studdard wrote several books advocating eugenics and scientific racism. His famous book, Rising Tide of Color Against White World Supremacy in 1920. His books were widely read both in the United States and abroad. He was a member of the Ku Klux Klan, where his books were recommended reading. Also, Adolf Hitler wrote to Grant to thank him for writing the book, making it his Bible, personal Bible. Black Power. What is white supremacy? White supremacy, the belief that all white people are superior to all other races, especially the black race, the melanated ones, and therefore should dominate society according to white supremacy. What is white nationalism? White nationalism is a type of nationalism and seeks to develop and maintain white identity. The views and claim that culture is a product of race and self-preservation of white people. Who was the New Zealand shooter? The New Zealand shooter was Brenton H. Tarrant, 28. He wrote the manifesto, The Great Replacement. On a side note, truth be told, Brother Reggie is a flunky. He and Wesley Williams for Lewis Walcott. Question. And this is a question all of y'all need to be asking this guy. How does Farrakhan attend other people's funeral but never came close to attending Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's funeral? That's a question that need to be asked. European version equals the white version. Hebrew, the Egyptian version, equals the black version. Heaven is within you, Luke 17:21. Question is, who is God? Question is, who is devil? Until next time, we'll pick up from where we left off from there. Who is God and who is the devil? Black Power.